G'day guys, Scott from SNB Trader here. Just wanted to bring you a bit of a quick update on a few things that have been happening in the markets and give you my take on things. I also want to talk about the way I've been trading lately, some potential ideas going forward about how we interact with each other, how you can actually trade for a living without being totally stressed out and over trading. And that's it. I mean, that's a fair bit of stuff we're going to cover today. So, first of all, I want to have a chat about the sort of unprecedented level of volatility. I mean, with the Swiss National Bank really coming in and, well, being quite irresponsible in the way they handled their removing of the peg, it's sort of thrown the market into a bit of chaos with brokers and whatnot, and all of a sudden everybody's questioning who can they trust, what can they do, what's going to fail, what's safe. Again, I mean, we're all doing this back when Greece was originally going to exit the euro a couple of years ago. We're doing it again in 2007, 2008 in the great margin call. So there is these times you do experience where there is unprecedented levels of volatility. Now, we're in one of those at the moment. Currently, we've got all sorts of things playing out in the Eurozone. Greece may leave the Eurozone. That's what they're basically trying to achieve, from my perspective. Saying that they're not going to pay their debts, they're not going to do this, they're not going to do that, and putting on a big show and dance. I think they'll have to pay those because at the end of the day, if they leave the Eurozone, I think they'll be screwed, frankly. I don't think they'll be able to survive. If they think it's bad now, it's going to be a whole lot worse if they end up leaving. So hopefully that situation will resolve itself, but in the meantime, just focus on your trades. Focus on your A game. Focus on the best trades that are out there. So don't be leaving things open longer than you should, or don't be margining yourself up like crazy. Don't be leaving too much money in your brokerage account. Like currently, withdrawn 90% of my capital out of my trading accounts. Now, for me, that was very important a few weeks ago when FXCM, well, there was just some uncertainty about their future. Let's leave it at that, because if you're a trader, you know what's happened over the last few weeks. They have recently cleared the air, so that makes me a little more comfortable to trade with them. But that being said, I'm still maintaining a very small trade balance. I have moved some money to Pepperstone. FXCM is still my preferred broker, but I'm going to just see how they play out over the next few months before we start putting more money back into that account. Yes, so that sort of explains where that's all at the moment. So with that in mind, you're going to need to consider, using smaller position sizes because of the increased volatility. I mean, currently the euro is trading 166 pips per day. So the average ATR over the last 13 days is 166 pips. Now that's huge. It's generally under 100. And even a few months ago it was significantly under 100. So unprecedented volatility means you need to leverage down. Now, when you're leveraging down, look, you've still got to make money, but you've got to be a bit smart about how you trade. You've probably noticed in the last few weeks and particularly few months since things have been a bit crazy, I haven't been going nuts on the leverage. I've just been taking smaller trade sizes. In fact, at the moment, because of account size as well, as the volatility, I am constrained to the level of position size I'm actually able to take. So at the moment, I'm generally taking a $250,000 or a two and a half lot trade size as my standard trade size, which has decreased a fair bit. That means I've got to be a bit smarter about the trades that I'm going for. So currently I'm looking for my pivot trades, my longer term support resistance trades, my edge trades, rather than going for trades which are much shorter term in nature. So, shorter term in nature is trading on the 1 minute chart from my perspective. So I'm still trading on the 5 minute chart, which is still short term from most people's perspective, but at the end of the day, it's quite a bit more relaxed in the style of trading I'm doing. So one of my students asked me the other day about, if I'm going to do that, how am I going to generate profit? Like, how is that going to work? How am I going to still make money? And we sort of run through some numbers, just a few basic situations with regard to how many trades you should be looking to take per week. How many, if you know your trade accuracy, what sort of money you're actually going to be able to earn per week. Now, this particular individual, is around the 60% mark. I'm probably about the same. My long-term average, 65% is probably around that level. We sort of had a chat about, the 10 trade per week rule. So if you're looking for 1 to 2 trades per day, and you're having your standard week where you're going to get 6 right and 4 wrong, then if you're looking for at least your 30, your 25, 30 pip profit targets with your sort of 10 to 20 point stop targets, you're going to be able to earn around 100 pips a week. Still, given that system, coming down to a 2.5 lot size, you should still be able to pick up about 3.5 grand a week off that style. And I mean, even if you reduce it again to say a 1 lot position where you're just trading $100,000, currently on the Euro USD, if you're making 100 pips a week, you're averaging around $1,276 a week. So it's still pretty good, really. I mean, there's nothing to sneeze at. That's still a couple of $100 a day, and really, that's kind of what you want to be going for, because we're not in this to make $1 million a day or anything like that. Just in it to make good money. For those of you who aren't students or who haven't been students, you probably don't really know what I'm talking about there. But what I'm saying is focus on your 1 to 2 setups a day. Don't overtrade. Don't over leverage. Don't think you've got to get it right all the time. Let your losers get cut off. If they're losing, then just let them go, because there'll be another trade. You don't need heaps of trades per week. I mean, 10 trades a week isn't a lot, really. I mean, back when I was scalping, we would do 10 or 20 trades a day, so 10 a week is really very minimal. And if you're having a particularly good week and you basically hit, 4 or 5 in a row, well, there's your 100 pips anyway. So you can just forget about trading for the rest of the week if you like, or you can continue on. So the other thing I wanted to talk to you all about quickly was I'm currently developing an indicator, which is actually pretty cool, which is what I've got on the screen at the moment. It's my overlay, and that's actually designed to show me where things are getting overbought and oversold. Now, I do need to put a bit more work into this particular indicator to put an overall bullish / bearish filter over the top of it. I hope that makes sense. It's when you're developing indicators or systems, it can be quite difficult, because you've got to think in a very logical 1 and 0 type mentality, and that's quite difficult for a lot of people. It's quite difficult for me. So just want to let you know I'm currently developing that. Hopefully you guys will be able to get a copy of that at some stage. I'll be doing some training on it. You can learn how I use it. In the meantime, guys, I am also considering opening up our sort of 60-day boot camp again. It's not something I'm doing lightly, because there's just so much work involved. But if that's something you're interested in, head across to fatbtrader.com, sign up. Just put your name in the sign up section or the subscription section, and when we're looking to release that again or open it up, we will shoot you all an email, and you can come over and have a bit of a look at it. And we'll also be doing a webinar on that, just to see, to explain what it is, and what you get, and what we actually do, and what it costs, and all that sort of stuff. So hope that all makes sense, guys. On another note, I'm back in the real world tomorrow. Unfortunately, leaving paradise behind. It's you can't housebound holidays, quote unquote, forever. So basically, I'll be probably putting a few more videos out, a bit more consistently now, because obviously I'll be able to, given I'll be back on my normal computer rather than my laptop. So hope that all makes sense, guys. If you've got any questions, as always, head over to FatB Trader, let us know. Otherwise, leave a comment, reach us on Twitter. Until next time, trade well.